Namaste, Jai Bharat. Deborah Ross, who is in the Congress, American rule, along with other 19 members of the Congress, apparently had written a letter to Donald Trump asking him not to offend Bharat. This is one thing, not to offend Bharat. For whatever fancies one might make, rather Trump might make, I'm not going into the details, but the point is that there are emerging opposition in the US against Trump in person for his foolishness all over, all this time. Initially he was supported because a couple of things which they found in him which is not usually found with American other presidents of the past. His attitude of nationalism apparently is very noble, that he's a nationalist, but then actually his nationalism is in disguise. It is money desire disguised as nationalism. His point is to get America more rich, so that he wishes for personal fame, name, all those things that he should remain popular. But it gets into all kinds of controversies and foolish remarks. Speaks things also as if this man Rahul in Bharat speaks. He speaks without any sense many times. Speaks apparently under the influence of some kind of intoxicant. What I don't know, it only appears. So Trump also makes such statements. Recently I found him making a statement that he just keeps telling Modi is a great leader and he loves Trump. What kind of statement is it? English is supposed to be his mother tongue, if I understand it correctly. Well, let them speak English in the proper English way at least, or at least in the American way. This kind of repeating nonsense. Great man, great leader, great friend. I love Trump. I love this. What kind of a statesman at least speak of some level of language? No matter he might be speaking American, which is not English, as I understand, and should be some level at least. This is not someone sitting at the footpath and trying to sell pebbles. Speak something like that. That's of course unfortunate. So anyway, Deborah Ross just made a request, so-called request, I suppose, to Trump that stop offending Bharat. See, he keeps telling so many things. Sometimes positive, sometimes not positive, sometimes negative, sometimes bullying, sometimes threatening. But then we have something called as a inherited nobility in the Hindu Dharma from the ancestors. We don't react foolishly. We don't react unnecessarily. Where reaction makes no sense, we don't react. When reaction makes no sense, we don't react at all. But we do what we have to do. When we have to do, we do. That thing goes on. So this, for quite some time, Trump had been doing, speaking so many things. None of us replied to his talks, whatever. When he says something good also, or something very unpleasant also, we don't react to that level. Sometimes someone nods, yeah, okay, that's it. Not the other kind of reaction. So this Deborah Ross step should be an instruction to people. Why Trump is holding some kind of popularity still is because people, at least in his party, believe that he is doing for the nation. But his concept of nation must be considered by the people who belong to his party. What kind of nation he aspires for? Of course, the Americans don't have a history of nationhood. They are all synthetic people from different nations who made into a synthetic unity and have a kind of a synthetic identity of being an American. All these, all right, I'm not questioning the epistemology of their concept of nationalism. I'm just saying something which I can see as a man who belongs to history, in the sense historical background. A man who has tradition, culture, dharma. I represent those things in of my nation. I don't create anything new. I'm not claiming any special representation. I'm just claiming that I'm trying to belong to my nation, its history, its tradition, its knowledge system, its dharma, which you call as religion. And with all these things become fine. And against this, that kind of nationalism is what I understand. But their kind of nationalism, I don't know what it exactly is. The only thing which traders understand is monies or coins meeting one another, the noise that money makes, noise I suppose, that money makes. So he's into that. He's just into that. Otherwise, I don't think he has any appropriate concept of what nation must be, or what nation ought to be, or what a nation is. So the people of US, they're also the same people, similar people. They think that he's doing great things. These words are very profusely used. Doing great things, great man, great things, must be. So his popularity still holds to some extent, but it's gradually decreasing. I've come across people, those who really worked for Trump in his first term, are totally disappointed by his activities. One of my students, some people live in the States, the last time they were very supportive of him and the campaigning for him, all those things. Now they're all silent. Actually, they were very disappointed with the kind of things he does, and all things which are akin to the Muhammad bin Tughlaq kind of supposed reforms that he made during Mughal regime. That's history. So this is a movement that should have been there, not for us. We know how to survive. We will survive. We know how to swim through troubled waters. We're used to it. So we'll face things. If the trouble that you give us, we take it, and we know how to survive. We have survived. Our history is that we are a time-tested civilization. Don't forget that. We'll continue to serve. Don't just think that we can finish us off. It's not quite possible. So the people of US should realize that this kind of things are only temporary for them. The success which they feel is temporary for them. They're in deep problem. Many problems with a kind of possibility, I'm telling, of disintegrating even themselves. See, what unites you is money, and if the money gets flown out, I don't think the United States of America can stay together as United States of America, as it happened to the erstwhile Soviet Union. Karma is also there. Law of karma is also there. What you did to them might happen to you also. Who knows? We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.